Do you suffer from pain in your elbows, or do your wrists constantly feel achy and tight? These conditions can actually be the cause of a muscle imbalance in your forearms. Well, I have some exercises that can help, so get ready to get strong wrists. My name is Joey and I'm a certified personal trainer. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're interested in learning how to strengthen your body as well as move pain-free. So before we get to the exercises, you always need to make sure that you warm up your wrists before any activity. So check it out. So if you want to talk about strengthening your wrist, you're actually talking about strengthening the muscles in your forearm. Some of these muscles run all the way from our fingers up past our elbows. People that work with their hands, have a desk job typing at a computer, tend to build up the muscles on one side of the arm, resulting in the muscles being weak on the opposite side. And it's this muscle imbalance that begins to create the pain in our elbows and in our wrists. In order to fix this, we need to strengthen our forearms. That way, we can get strong wrists. So we're going to begin our warm-up with shaking the wrists. This is going to promote some blood flow and aid in the healing process after we're done our strength and conditioning patterns. Now let's move on to our wrist extension warm-ups. This is when our palms are touching the ground. With this pattern in particular, I'm externally rotating the arms as well as internally rotating the arms as I shift my body weight from side to side. One thing to remember with all these exercises is that you want to start with your hands close to your knees. This is going to put the least amount of pressure on your wrists. Then, as you begin to get stronger, you'll begin to move your hands further away from your knees. This will begin to put more resistance and pressure on your wrists, therefore creating larger adaptations. Now we have our wrist flexion warm-ups. These are usually the muscles that are weaker. You might not be able to keep a straight elbow when first trying to do this, and that's totally fine. Over time, you should build up that mobility. Since these muscles tend to be weaker, I have my clients perform this one arm at a time. That way we can just really go nice and slow and make sure that we don't get injured. So now it's time for the exercises that will help you get strong wrists. Exercise number 1 is the palm peels. Some key points to focus on is to make sure that your arms are externally rotated while doing this movement. From there, you're going to lift the palm of your hand up off the mat on to the first knuckle. At that point, you're going to slowly lower the palm back down to the mat and repeat the exercise. With all of these exercises, you want to make sure that you're doing 12 reps for 3 sets, 3 to 4 times a week. As you get stronger, you can increase as you go. Wrist strengthening exercise number 2, the wrist curl push-ups. So you're going to begin by going into wrist flexion. From there, you're going to open the fingers and slowly lower your forehead down to the mat. That's your eccentric phase. You always want to go slower in the eccentric phase. At that point, you're going to exhale and push yourself back to the top of the movement. Slowly closing your fingers back into a fist and rolling back up to the first 2 knuckles. Once again, make sure you start these movements with your hands really close to your knees. As you become stronger, you're slowly going to move your wrists further away. Radial and ulnar deviations. Now you can use anything from a hammer to a long stick or a traditional weight. What you need to focus on is exhaling as you lift the object and inhaling as the object comes back down. Another key point that I want everybody to realize is that it takes months, even years to get these muscles conditioned and ready to do things like handstands or just to even start to alleviate pain. So don't be discouraged if nothing happens in the first 2 weeks. This is a low and slow process, so be patient and take your time. As always, if you have any questions, I do offer online personal training, so be sure to check out the description for more information. Be sure to watch the video that's on the screen right now to help learn more ways that you can strengthen your body as well as move pain-free. As always, this is Joey saying, be kind to one another and move well. Peace.